Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's bright and early, daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through Sunday. Let's get into our study group for warriors, for my hardcore heads. Some of you guys just want to sleep in. Go sleep in. Who needs you? Some of us are up. We're programming, daily discipline, lifestyle management. I do coaching and mentoring, and if you want to get on my schedule, you can go follow the links. I always put them below, or you can find me on social media. Had an old friend contact me just the other day. I hadn't talked to him since high school. What's up, brother? I'm so glad that you contacted me, found me through one of the videos. So let's just jump into it. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, on Sundays I just go through some of my notes. I study every single day, and it's part of the Mind, Body, and Soul program. Let's just see where some of this takes us. Is it practical thinking, or is it just simply lowering your expectations? Are you lowering yourself, or are you being practical? You want a hot model for a wife, for a girlfriend? Is that a realistic goal, or should you lower your expectations and go for some fat chick? Now that's rather extreme. Used to run across this particular type of loneliness in Hollywood where there's a lot of regular people in Hollywood. I mean, there's a lot of freaks and weirdos. Oh, it's terrible. But there's a lot of normal people there too. And there's a lot of guys who, when they move to Hollywood, they see all the beautiful women, and as soon as you cross Wilshire Boulevard, you see the most beautiful women you've ever seen in your life. And people start holding out for one of them. I'm going to get me one of them hot, beautiful supermodels. And for most guys, it doesn't really happen because a lot of these supermodels are trying to sleep their way into the industry. They're going for producers. They want a producer so then they can sue them 10 years later for rape. But, you know, or billionaires. So they're hard to get. And a lot of guys end up desperately lonely for years and years and years. And there's a lot of really just decent, average, normal chicks. And they're not supermodels at all. And they go single too. And no guy wants them. No guy will even talk to them or approach them or touch them. Because they're all holding out for the hottie of the month, whoever she is. Or whoever looks like her. So, you know, should you lower your expectations? You might. You might want to take a good look at yourself. You know, but then there's the guy that's listening and he's like, well, but Sky, I got it going on. I'm in great shape, work out 6 days a week. I got money, investments. I got nice cars. I'm smart. I got everything. I'm well-rounded. Why wouldn't I get some incredibly awesome supermodel? Well, maybe that's practical for you then. It's just your own personal dilemma. We stand at those crossroads every day and we have to wonder, is this goal, is this dream realistic? Is it too lofty? Even if it's lofty, is it worth going after? What if I fall short of it? That still might be pretty good. What if I horribly fail? And people are like, well, you were stupid for even trying. That's why you failed, is because you tried that ridiculous task. So I bring up relationships first because you might be turning down really decent women, clutching on to some unrealistic expectation. And we do this with work. You could do this with your home. You can think about this type of stuff with anything. Let's move on. I was thinking about Buddhism earlier in the week. And I like Buddhism, and I've been studying Buddhism for decades. I don't call myself a Buddhist, and I don't feel like that I'm a Buddhist. If I had to claim any sort of faith, I guess I would claim to be a Christian, but even that, I'm not sure exactly what that means. But I really enjoy Buddhism. I saw a talk by a guy 25 years ago, Thich Nhat Hanh. This was out in LA. And he has a Buddhist monastery in Vietnam. I want to say it's Vietnam. And he wrote this book. He was touring at the time. It was called Living Buddha, Living Christ. And it really tied in Buddhism and Christianity beautifully. But I was wondering the other day as I was listening to a talk by a Buddhist Shaolin monk, is Buddhism tied to communism in some way? Because there's a strong collectivist narrative within it, and that may just be a coincidence. But what I've been wondering, is Buddhism tied into communism in some weird way that I missed? Am I missing something? As I was studying the thread between communism and Buddhism, I ran across this theory online that looks like it might be true. And you guys can go research if you're looking for a conspiracy to research. It might be true. Here's the question. Was the Dalai Lama a CIA agent? I think he was. I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. What's worse? Your righteousness or your greed? You got to think about within, look within. What's a worse quality within you? Don't think about others. It's easy to look at the dirt in someone else's eye. We got to see the dirt in our own. What's a worse quality that you have? Your self-righteousness. And think about when you get self-righteous, how ugly you are when you're all righteous. Or your greed. I think the greed might be more harmful. I think that might be worse. Just depends on who you are, though. Speaking of the worst things, what are the worst things? Like the worst things someone could do to you. The very worst. I don't mean physically, because someone could chop off your arm, or even like another body part might be really bad. I'm talking about like emotional, psychological, relationship stuff. I wrote down 4 that I kind of thought would be the worst. The first one is hypocrites. This is in no particular order, but hypocrites, hypocrisy. That really pisses me off. I can't stand hypocrisy or hypocrites. It's terrible. Really bothers me, like deeply bothers me. Injustice. I'm a truth and justice kind of person. I was raised on Superman. Truth, justice, the American way. To me, that's proper. When I run across injustice, it really rubs me the wrong way. It bothers me. If there's anything that will drive me to revolution with a musket, would be injustice. Why are you out here fighting? Injustice. We've talked about before how loyalty is everything, but betrayal is one of the worst things. Oh man, someone betrays you, or someone close to you betrays you. That's terrible. It's one of the worst things. And guys in particular have a hard time getting over betrayal. When your woman betrays you, that's a scar forever. And the final one, and this is really in no particular order, but the final one that I thought of when I was thinking about this, what are the worst things? Are lies. Dirty, rotten, lying liars. Hate them. They're terrible. We can end it off with this one. I prioritize a mind, body, and soul daily discipline program of lifestyle management throughout my entire day, every day, 7 days a week. But I really focus on this specifically in the mornings. And I've tailored my morning to be a perfect morning. And I recreate that every single day. And if I don't get a chance to live this morning, to have my couple hours, my 2 hours of mind, body, and soul daily discipline in the morning before I go to work, if I don't get that time, it feels like my day's ruined. If I miss a couple days like that in a row where I don't program in the morning, I feel like I'm sliding backwards in life, turning into the person I used to be. I have to do this every morning, and I love it. The other day I had an appointment. I just had to get up and go. I woke up a little late. As I'm in the car, driving across town to a doctor's appointment, I was just so frustrated. Having a perfectly fine day. My life's going great right now, knock on wood. I was just horribly frustrated that I didn't have my program. So what am I getting at? Program in the morning. But for some of you and a lot of you warriors, they're already doing this. You say, Sky, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm with you. I talked about this in another video, and this has been coming up repeatedly in my mind. It's time to go harder. So you can do what you want, but I'm starting to program also at night. So I have my morning program, I have my day, do my work for 8-10 hours, do my errands and my chores and clean up and make dinner, and I write books, so I have my creative time. And At night, I very often will find myself just sitting around for a couple hours before I go to bed, playing around on the computer, watching videos, doing who knows what, messing with my motorcycle. I realized that I could start focusing in on some additional mind, body, and soul daily discipline, lifestyle management aspects of the program at night too, in order to prepare myself for bed. I do this to prepare myself for life. And I look at every day as a birth and a death. I treat my sleep time when I lay down in my bed and get into my bed and turn the lights off. I look at that as a coffin and a dying experience. And it's not morbid. Some people do this, talking about Buddhism. They look at this in every hour. They think about that with every breath, every in and out breath. So I've been trying to prepare myself for bed, and it's helped my sleep better, and it's helped my waking times better, and I do this preparation through additional mind, body, and soul daily discipline activities, and it's been really valuable. So you might want to go a little harder. Some of you aren't going hard enough, and you just need to start with the basics, but some of you are ready to advance. You got to push yourself. Food for thought.